max volume.
Oh, sorry.
As in,
Okay. Alright, so we're live now, and I'm just staring here at this crap, because I don't know. Why, if you know something is something, how does it benefit you to try to come here and want to start? So, we are working on stuff. I'm working on something, and I happen to get an email, so somebody left a review on your item. And this girl here comes here and leaves an item on here like, oh, ripped from Blade and Soul MMO. Come on. This is clearly ripped from Blade and Soul MMO. I get that you're not charging for it, but it's not yours. And she leaves a link to Blade and Soul. So I go and copy her name, look in the merchant section, and I found out she has a store full of cheap, garbage stuff, whatever. I don't know. This isn't my bag of tea, and maybe somebody else likes it. So I go in and I look at her, and she's got a Diva logo on her chest for God knows what. And then she writes there, Prim Diva logo from Overwatch. People kept asking me about it, so I didn't make this art. I don't own it, blah, blah, blah. That's why it's free. I'm not making a profit. It's copy and mod so you can tint it and enjoy. So I guess a bigger person would have just ignored her crap, but I'm not a big person. I'm a very small, petty person when I don't have sugar. So I went over there and left her a comment just like the one she left on mine. And I'm like, ripped from Overwatch. I'm like, come on, this is clearly a rip from the MMO Overwatch. I get that you're not charging for it, but it's clearly not yours. And left a link to the products for Overwatch. So now I'm just sitting here waiting to see if she says something back to me, or does she reply, or is she trying to flag it so that it gets removed. And if she does, I'm going to buy it again and leave the same damn thing. Because I'm getting paid for this ball gown thing. So I'm sort of rich right now. And I could buy her whole damn store and just leave a single 1 star. Nope. Garbage. And I gotta use legit stuff on here. Like, what's my legit reason? The LODs are too far bad, or this isn't made very well. I will sit here and be petty all day. I ain't got nothing better to do. So, this shit, if you see something that you clearly have a problem with on the marketplace, don't fuck up somebody's review thing just because you don't like it. Just move on. And the thing about it is, she bought it just to complain about it. She bought it at 8:01. 8 o'clock. And then 8:02, she left a review talking about it. So, you know what? This shit. That's why you can't do nothing nice in Second Life, because you got petty bitches like this. So, I don't know if she don't know who I am, but I can be petty as fuck if I want to. Ain't that right, XO?
Yep.
Now, right. Now, I'm back to making this lady's ball gown. I have a client who is missing her sleeves. I don't know why that bothered me so much. It's like, get over it yourself. And the thing is, she's like, it's okay for me to do it because I'm not making a profit. I'm not making a profit either. And it cost me far more than 10L to upload a damn texture like you. How much money did I spend on the Lin? Like, with all those textures and stuff. At least 600, 700. That alone, just with textures and failed textures and uploading and paying for stuff to be done. And I spent a lot of money on that damn system. It doesn't matter where it came from as long as people are enjoying it. That's how I feel about the matter, about stuff. What are your thoughts on it?
Considering I've gotten petty reviews before, it's kind of like pointless to me. So, I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, if I ever did go do something like that, I would just do it for the troll.
Yeah.
Because you know how I am. I'm a troll person.
Mm-hmm.
I like messing with people.
Ah, shit made me mad. Now I'm gonna calm down and continue our informal help session. Is anybody need help with anything while I'm sewing up these sleeves that I'm pretty sure crashed my marvelous designer? I knew I should have saved before I did this. I don't want to close it because those sleeves are done. It crashed.
Rip.
Come on, Marvelous. I'm not going to give up on you. Come on. Come on. It's gone.
When Marvelous gives up on you.
It won't even load up. Let me see. I should have said yes when it asked me if I wanted to save.
Did you want to save?
Yeah, I want those sleeves. I don't want to do it again. They were perfect. Perfect sleeves. So we got the Jake dev kit up and running. It's a little glitchy, but it works like 98%. Do you want to save? Yes. Yes, I would like to save. Hey, Psycho. How you doing? Hey there. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Are you new in town? Oh my god. I think Marvelous may have saved over that garment for the sleeves.
So you lost the sleeve?
I may have saved the sleeves, but I lost the entire dress in the process.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not what happened. Alright, then where the hell my sleeves go? Ah! Bugs. Damn it, now I gotta start over anyway. Yeah, that delay is crazy. Unfortunately, my internet is kinda sort of a lot of slow. Basically, like, I got crap internet that they said it should be 150 by 150, which is still, I guess, really slow in nowadays standard of internet, right? Yep, slow. They said I could get faster internet, but I have to pay an additional like $200 or so to have them come out here and lay down new fiber optic cable and lines because all our stuff is ancient. And then the guy's like, oh, and then on top of that, your computer may not be able to handle all these super high speeds. Ah, shit. Look at that. See, I told you it's slow. But that's as high as it can go over here. Well, for me, until I actually paid them to change the cables. Because they're like, nobody in this area has business internet. And they don't want it. They're actually satisfied with the slow speed. Because it's old people around here. So basically, I gotta pay so that the whole block is capable of getting higher speeds.
That makes a lot of sense.
No, it don't.
I was being sarcastic.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself. So I gotta pay for everybody else to get the interwebs around here, and I'm just like, I can barely keep up with my bills as is. No. So I won't be able to get that until like maybe the summertime when I got all my bills finally covered. I got the tree chopped down, the deck cleared out. All of the important things one must do when they own a house. Get a pool. I wanted a pool, but I found out that Wilmington has snakes. Yeah. Bad enough we got possums, we got raccoons, and we got snakes. And I don't want to be swimming in the pool and then it's like, hey there, neighbor. And it's a snake or something coming over there trying to kiss me. No, your husband is not home. Let me kiss your lips. Okay, so the person has a question. What are they saying to me? About rigging shoes. I cut a hole in the heel of a wedge shoe. When I render it into Second Life, it wants to connect to both feet via the outline of the hole. Oh yeah, that's always a pain. Sticky shoes. Handle it like sticky paint. So, if... Yeah, but I don't want them to be safely in the pool with me trying to give me a smooch. So when it comes to stuff like that, what I like to do is Larry, let's say it's a lady, for example, and we're rigging the wedge shoes to her feet. And the shoes are connected together like in a pair. What I like to do is to separate the pair all together so that it's like one shoe on each foot and they're not together in the pair. We can join them up later. So I would separate them. Then once they're separated, I would yeah, but these are ghetto snakes, so we don't know what they have adapted to do. You ain't see that crab holding a knife, pull the knife out on that people and walking down the street? It could be the same way. Alright, same thing with the shoe. So what I like to do is make it to two separate shoes so that they're single together and not together in one pair. Then I take let's say the left leg and I put it up in the air. It can be anywhere in the air. It can be in the side in the air, like at a 90-degree angle, or it could be get a snake still. Hey, shush! I'm trying to do this shoe thing. All right, so what you gotta do is put your foot in the air, totally in the air, like really high up. The higher up, the better.
It's
Um,
super leggy in the air.
yeah. So it's up in the air, either in front of you or to the side or to the back. I like to put it in front of me sometimes. I like to put it on the side. Either way, your foot that you want to rig to is in the air. Then you're going to take your weight paint and go into weight paint mode, and you're going to select your foot bone. I don't know about foot bones. I just rig all of my shoes like that to the lower leg unless you have to dip your toe. But for the most part, you can just select your lower leg, and then you grab your brush and you make it fire red, totally on one, and you paint it all over the shoe. Well, wait, you have to rig it to the skeleton. So make sure it has no weights at first. Then when you go to rig it, instead of doing automatic weights, you would do empty weight groups. Then once it's attached to the skeleton, you take your weight paint brush, you make it fire red at one, and you paint all over that shoe. Make it totally dedicated to that lower leg bone. And that's that for that one. And then it should snap up into that foot, how high you have it. And it's the most hilarious thing you'll ever see in your life. So you just want to make sure that it's totally dedicated to that foot. Then you want to go over to the other shoe and you want to do the same thing. So take the other leg and push it up into the air and rig it to that skeleton. Again, with empty weight bones and stuff like that. Make sure that there's no weights in there. And then you select the lower leg bone, and then you paint that shoe totally red on that as well. Just all the way red till everything, all of that shoe is painted red and dedicated to that lower leg bone. And then you got shoes. So from there, you can actually go and you can edit it if you want to. You can select your foot bone if you want to add some feet weight in there if you like, if you have to. But it's a wedge, and I tried walking with wedge, and you don't bend your foot in the wedge. So the lower leg is ideal for that. You don't really want to put it on your foot bone, because if you're going to move your feet forward, the top of your shoe that goes around your leg, the lower part of your leg, like the band that holds your foot into it, is going to bend forward, and that's going to look gross. So you want to just use your lower leg bone, ignore all your feet and toe bones, and then you should be good. I think it would wrap the chain around his body, like kind of twist around it, and just do it that way. But yeah, that's how I fix, the shoe, so you definitely don't get any sticky bones or other things. You just, use empty and do everything else I said. Yeah, you should be good. Yeah, I learned the hard way that feet suck. Yeah, but at least it's not anything complicated. Like, you don't need any other bones. You're rigging it to just one bone, and that's the lower leg bone. So you're going to remove all the weights that's currently on there, and then just use the lower leg bone on it, and then you should be fine. But a pool would be nice. But if I get a pool, my insurance is going to go up like crazy. Like, if you have any kind of water things, like a pool or a hot tub outside, then your insurance goes up like tenfold. No problem. Good luck with your shoe. Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure because I wanted to use an example like she or something. You're like, I'm trying to make male wedges. How dare you assume that these wedges are for females? I did that once and got schooled on shoe history about how heels were a men's thing and women took it away from them. Like, the French aristocrats would wear heels all the time, not only to make them look taller, but because people would just throw their waist on the sidewalk or whatever, the heels were up there so that your shoes don't get messed up when you step in crack.
Ew.
hmm And that was strictly a man's thing because women had no need for such things because they were always holding up their dresses. They wouldn't matter if their shoes got women didn't need it because they would always hold up their dresses and they wouldn't be walking on the streets with themselves. So their dresses were so long that it would cover up their shoes. So if they stepped in crap, it wouldn't really be such a big deal. You know, they'd just wipe it off or whatever. But if a man was to step into crap, they don't have the thing. They don't have the luxury of having a ball gown covering it. So that's why they had high heels so that their shoes wouldn't get damaged.
Makes perfect sense.
It does, but it's still like, whatever. My friend's like, one day we'll take them back. Shoot, women heels will be back to the men where they belong. I'm like, never. They're ours. You guys didn't know how to treat them. Alright, so I'm doing one sleeve for this avatar, and I really regret that I just closed it right now. Because I never do two of anything. It's but the dumbest thing ever. I never do two, like if I have sleeves or something, I never do two sleeves. I always do one sleeve and then I mirror it and put it over onto the other. The same thing for shoes. I never make two pairs of shoes. I just don't have that eye for getting things done evenly. Oh, that's history for you. I can tell you some horrible stories about how the French refused to take baths back in the that period of time there because the church told them not to. Because it was like back then, that's when the plague was happening. So it's like, if you take a bath, the heat from the bath will open up your pores. And when your pores get open, then the pox will seep into your pores. So
Have they never heard of a cold bath?
no. So they would get wiped down, of course, but they wouldn't take baths like, we do. Not that didn't take part for a couple more sessions, but a bath was an absolute no-no. And that was all across the Western world, not just in France. But that's just the way it was. If you took a bath, you risked death. Even though not taking a bath was really the cause of all the death, but you couldn't tell them that. So what they did was, occasionally you'll be wiped down, with water and rags sometimes, but they would mostly cover themselves in what we would call a dry bath full of citric acids and lead, and that would be the equivalent of taking a bath. And if you got sweaty, you would just change out your clothes. So the more linen that you had was kind of like a show that, oh wow, look at all the linen that they have. They can change their clothes so often. Like if you were rich or so, you would have a linen boy who would have linens on hand for you in your carriage and stuff, so that they can swiftly like kind of sneak out and change your clothes so nobody would notice the sweat stink. So linen
Hmm.
was like super expensive. It was like the second most expensive thing because you had silk, cotton, and linen. So silk and linen were like the two most expensive things you could have. Sorry, I got bored one day. I was watching a whole lot of like documentaries about that time. It's like you would think, oh, sorry, you want to hear more? You can say no, you know. I won't take it personally. I take this so personally. Oh my god. Mm. Yeah, so like, ooh, I forgot your sleeves. Like, I totally forgot your sleeves. I am so sorry. Yeah, it was horribly poisonous. They would do it and think that lead was okay. Lead is okay to wear. I mean, everybody uses lead. Lead is in everything, so it must be safe. And then you had a combination of lead powder with citrus powder, and you would acid yourself clean, and that's how the rich people got clean. You didn't take a bath. And they had, the thing is, they had beautiful French bathtubs, but the bathtub wasn't used for washing. It was just the hump place of an exotic place to hump. Like even when they went to go, into the bathtub, they still had their under lindens on. All right, hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta get some water.
Take your time.
Oh, come here, soup cup.
Welcome back.
Well, I got it. Oh. Hey.
Hello.
I feel bad for Daniel because that used to be how my computer was. He said his computer gets 5 frames per second. That's how mine used to be. In fact, I think his is better than mine. I used to get 3 frames per second. This is it. But I used to just like kind of sit in the corner with Second Life and just talk to people through a chat box. I couldn't really look at them. I couldn't load anything. And the only way I can get it to go up to maybe 10 frames a second is if I turn basic shaders off, like everything off, down to the very bare bones of Second Life, and then I would get like 10 whopping frames. Yeah. I feel your pain, honey. I feel your pain. Like, I used to have to go all the way up into the skybox. Far, far up there, like 3099, where there was nobody at. Sit on a small little platform just under the build limit. Turn everything off. Not even basic shading. And then I would just open up the chat and then go into group chats and talk to people in there. Let me do some correctly with a panty. Well, there's a copy of Marvel's Designer 8 in the sharing corner on our Discord. If you want to do that. I don't know anything about 7. Hell, I don't even use that 8. That was just a thing I said so that I was able to give that to y'all. I'm still on 2. Jeez, honey, that's it. Well, one day, I mean, I never thought I'd be able to play Second Life on anything but those bare minimums. And then one day, my husband's like, here's a new computer. I keep laughing because I keep telling everybody that I'm like, what you need to do is just get a husband. Alright, so I think this is this fix for the girl. Let me go in there and get her shoulders. I wonder if I should do the whole thing. Then there's a line. There's a piece of ice in here with really dark shading. Every time I look at it, it's like it's a really dark, like it looks like it's something in my cup, but it's just ice. Mm. Well, hold on. If your standards aren't high, you can do like I did with for EXO, and we look for computers on eBay that didn't have a hard drive or something like that, and then they come up with really cheap ones that are fine. It's just people just take the hard drives out. No hard drive or no OS computers. And those are always pretty good ones. Like this computer I have here was a no OS computer, and you download those anywhere. And it was no more than $90. At least, well, for EXO's computer, it was like $90. My computer, on the other hand, that was like $200. Wait, where did EXO go? Did she say BRB?
Hmm?
Where'd you go?
Nowhere.
Damn right you're not going nowhere.
But I do have to go cook dinner soon, so.
Yeah, alright.
Someone's calling me. I'll be right back.
Uh-huh. Oh, alright. Lemonade too much. Acid reflux. Why is the skirt acting up? I don't know. Wait. Which one is this? What? Gotta go?
Nah, like, apparently my dad went to Taco Bell.
Oh, well, guess that's it for dinner then.
I'm still gonna make dinner.
Unless he ain't bring you nothing. And you gotta shake your fist and call him a bum. And go to Taco Bell and not bring me back nothing. That kind of
That's
thing.
fine. I mean, if he doesn't eat anything, it's fine. I'll probably eat most of it. Because I haven't had anything yet. Anyway, I'll be back in maybe like 25, 30 minutes, I guess.
Alright, take your time. I may not be here. If we leave, we left.
I'll just leave you a message if you do.
Okay. See you later.
Yeah.
Well, now that she's gone, I am going to jam to some music. I want a laptop because I'm like, I want to work. I want to have a system where I can lay in bed and still work. Sometimes I don't feel like getting out of bed to do anything, but then when I'm in bed, I'm like, I gotta do stuff. Just don't want to come upstairs. Oh, yeah, no problem. You should have saw it. We getting lit on somebody from the Blade and Lynn. So if anybody... Oof. Hang on. Try not to throw up on stream. If anybody has picked up the blatant lens system, can you please go over there and review it? I got one of those stupid ass people who think they're being clever, but it's just being a pain in the butt. And I don't like that they're just 1 star in my stuff just because they're on their high horse, but they're sitting there using a damn diva tattoo trying to make like, you know, like, ugh. Look, it's too much. If you bought the blatant Lin, can you guys go over there and review it for me? Just so I don't have that stupid 1 star review sitting on my profile. I very much appreciate it. I never used speed draw before. What's that? Doing all this unnecessary weight painting. Pretty sure it's fine. Daniel Graham. Oh. Space. I still haven't used it. Hang on, y'all. Let me finish this because I'm getting kind of upset. Maybe not upset, but kind of irritated that people don't understand the word prototype. Clearly said this is a prototype. Give me a second. And then she's still on my back about it not being right. I'm like, yo, wait, it is a prototype. Nothing. It's cold. Yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot I had people over here on this side. So now I'm showing it to the color. Yeah. All right. My lack of ability to spell. Oh, well, that's that. I guess I'm finished. All right, so the customer wants it baked now. I'm kind of like, make up your mind. But, whatever. That's how clients are. So one minute they want something baked, the next minute they don't. Or vice versa. I got it bad, and that ain't good. That ain't good. Love sick. So what I'm doing now is I'm turning the diffuse all the way up to white so that there's no color tints inside of the dress when I'm about to bake it. I may need to take the dress and stuff apart. I don't know. I like to keep things in like minimum UV maps as I can, because that means less money I have to spend on textures. But at the same time, that does drop the quality of, you know, how big the garment is. It may be really jacked up, kind of like this. Okay, the islands pick. And what the hell is... Something's not working out the way I want it to. It's the sleeves? I'm not sure about this. Oh, when I joined it, it broke it. Alright, let's see how it works. That's a nasty part right there. But the dress is going to be black anyway, so I guess it's okay. Okay, let's first see if this will fit. Oh, hey, it fixed it. Alright, well, that cleaned it up. Gotta give it to the kimono. It's got a really smooth butt. I'm gonna have to separate this by material and upload it in. It's giving me lip.